Welcome back, everyone, to River and Sea, where I have arrived at Grimbold's camp to find out what I need to do in order to help Theodred defend the fords of Isen.
Theodred has come back to us from his study of the Dunlending clans.
His news is worrying. He tells me that you're the one who escaped from Isengard and spoke of an army you saw being trained. We will need your help if we are to hold this crossing against Saruman. He commands both Dunlendings and Uruks, and we must keep all of them on this side of the river, out of Rohan. Familiarize yourself with the situation here, and find the map table southeast of here in the camp to see where we plan the movements of our forces. I would also like to speak with Grimbold on the road north of the camp to learn what he has seen there today, and speak also to Kirsten, Theodred's esquire, on the western bank of the Isen, south of here. He has been running messages back and forth across the ford as needed. Once you have done these things, find Theodred somewhere in the camp. He is reacquainting himself with the situation here as well. Alright, there we go. So, check out the map table and talk to Grimbold and Kunston. Alright, we'll see about that. Since the map table is within the camp, I guess we will visit that first. This table is used by the Rohirrim to plan their strategy and movements. Alright. Let's see, so that looks like Isengard. And that looks like the region. Okay. Got it. Now, let's head down this way. So I'm going to take a left turn first, so that we could check out Kunston. Then after that, we could talk to Grimbold. How about we head out this way? They put the camp right next to the road to the forts. Well, I suppose if you're going to try to hold the forts, that's where you set up your camp. Well, now, I suppose that means they also have to hold the camp in addition to the ford. Oh, hello there.
Oh, hello there.
Oh.
I'm Prince Theodred's esquire.
I help Theodred with his armor and his steed, and with anything else that he's doing. Right now, he has me bringing messages back and forth across the ford, getting the men on the other side organized for the defense of the bank. Someone has taken one of my bracers, and I think they have hidden it somewhere. It is their idea of a jest, I suppose. Nay, don't bother looking for it. It will turn up eventually. All right. Well. Wonderful. What a time to pull practical jokes. I suppose they think that it'll help to ease the tension or something like that. Well, maybe. Now, let's just then head north. Looks like north, maybe slightly east of due north, and see if we could find this Grimbold. The road has kept on a northern trajectory. Oh, it's finally turning. Good. Now we're heading more in the proper direction. There he is, right up ahead. Hello there, sir. How's the scouting going?
If Saruman does have an army, he's keeping it inside Isengard for now.
Things have been quiet on the road for several days now. Saruman does have an army. He's keeping it inside Isengard. I think there must be just tales after all. Were you really imprisoned by Saruman? There has been some arguments among the men about that. Yes, I did spend some time within there. Unfortunately. Well, how many Uruks did you say? By the Hammerhand! He does have an army! Oops. Well, yep. Now, let's go and speak to Theodred. Yes, Theodred. I have made it back to the camp safely. Now, let's find out where Theodred is. Well, I suppose I found him. Hello there, sir.
I am devising a plan, and once all is ready, I want you to be a part of it.
I am glad that you've come. I would have welcomed any of your ranger friends as well, but I understand that they have their own mission. I wish them well in it. Interesting is the fact that, as I said, the biggest thing that the Rangers have to worry about right now is that they are bruised, battered, and tired. Because otherwise, I do not see any conflict between their mission and helping them here. Well, enough talk. If it is time to strengthen my forces, they will have need enough strength in the days to come. All right.
We know that Saruman has a much larger force of Uruks than we do of men.
From what you've said, we know that Saruman has a larger force of Uruks than we have of men. Grimbold's estimates that each of us is worth at least 20 Uruks, but he is from the Grimslade, and the men of that place are not known for the mastery of numbers. I fear that he underestimates the savagery of Saruman's forces. And then there are the hostile Dunlendine clans to consider. Athelard has gone to the Ayat in the middle of the river to train some of the men. They have seen less combat than others, and they have much to learn if they are to help during the real battle. Go to him and help train these youths. Okay, fine. Let us go and work on some training. If this is their definition of an Ayat, I don't want to know what their definition of larger land masses are. Hello there.
These men need to be stronger. I need to make them stronger.
We are the only defense between Saruman's evil and the people of Rohan. I need to make my men stronger. Find a warrior and an archer and fight with them, Pine Sea. Perhaps your example will teach them something. Well, I'll see what I can do. Alright, so we need a soldier and an archer. Alright. Here's one of the soldiers. Hello there.
I am ready to show you the strength of my arm.
I have sharpened my skills against many of my kinsmen. Let me now sharpen them further. Yeah. Okay. I am ready for you now. Really? Okay. You have bested me, friend. Thank you for training. Wow, fastest training session I've ever had. Oh boy. Excuse me. I need to deal with this. Hello there. Yeah, I was afraid of that. Hello there. I've come to spar with you.
If you believe you can best me in training, prove it is so.
That's the entire point of it. Yes, I have been the victor in many competitions, Pine Sea. Few can boast as swift and arrow or as true. If you believe you can beat me in training, prove it is so. Yes, I'm sure you are great with the bow, but if the enemy gets really close to you, you're going to need alternate means of defending yourself. My arrows fly true and will prove superior. Stick to the bow. Those sparring matches didn't take very long.
Well, what do you think of their abilities?
Are they made of stern enough stuff to stand against the forces of Saruman that you beheld within Isengard? They will have to do. You should find Ragnar and help him with the training of the riders. He is just to the north of Grimbold's camp. All right, to the other side of the camp then. So let's skip over one at a time and continue. Hello there, Rungar. Do you need any help in training your men?
My men are practicing a technique to help them fight from horseback.
They're using a technique that will help to snare their opponents. With careful aim, my men can ensnare their enemy's legs with the thrown net. It will then keep the foeman from attacking until our foemen can close the distance, and gather up the nets that they have already thrown and bring them to me, and I will give them to you new riders. This is something that they must master if they are to be as effective as they may be. Okay. So, let us go and pick up the nets. Right now they are throwing the nets around the dummies. I suspect, though, that the Uruks are not going to stand still for it, but I suppose you need to practice somehow. It's a start. But at least they are getting onto the dummies.
Very good. Their skill throwing the nets is improving with each pass.
Once they have mastered this, we will be better prepared to face an unmounted foe that comes. Theodred will wish to see you now. He is somewhere in the camp to the south, I expect. Tell him, my prince, that the riders are becoming more skilled at the technique that he suggested, and that I have some crafters working on more nets. Okay, good. I shall report so. Now, back to the prince. It looks like the men are becoming better, but not quite perfect.
We need every man to be ready, for what I have in mind is dangerous.
But the reward, should we prevail, could be significant. If we wait until Saruman's army is ready, we cannot hope to hold the fort against him. We don't have the men. Your report of the size of Saruman's forces has it much larger than I had feared. If we can catch him before he's ready, we might strike such a blow that his force will be sent into disarray. He is wise, yes, and is it not a wise man not cautious? He will see that he has taken him by surprise, and he will retreat behind his walls, and he will continue to grow his army until he is certain that we cannot oppose him. Every day that goes by is a day in our favor. This size of his army is of no account as long as it stays within Isengard. Let us stay there forever. We must make him uncertain about his success, that he never moves it. That is my proposal. If you are still willing to help me, Grimbold has asked you to ride with him. Okay. Then I will go and speak to Grimbold. And he wants me to ride with him. Why, he wants someone shorter than him? I don't know.
Prince Theodred's plan is a daring one, but there is wisdom in it.
Theodred is like his father in this. He doesn't shy away from using his strengths where it is necessary. I would like you by my side during the staring strike, Pinesea. We will plant the seed of doubt in Saruman's mind, and he may think twice before sending his army forth. Well, okay. So, what's the plan? So, what exactly is the plan?
Prince Theodred's plans are set forth on the map table. We begin at dawn.
Study the map and acquaint yourself with the plans. We will begin at dawn on the 25th. We will strike Saruman hard and fast, and use his own caution against him. So long as Saruman thinks that his army is not ready to march and must remain behind the walls of Isengard, it will be of no threat to Rohan. Okay, I suppose so. So, let us go and review the map table, and at that point, we'll be ready to march forth. Now, let's see what the plans are. You study the maps placed on the table and consider Theodred's plan. First, he must determine what defenses to leave at the fort of Isen. Then, he'll ride north to Isengard with a host of riders. The attack will begin at dawn.
Dawn came swiftly on the 25th of February, as my prince prepared to conduct his daring strike.
I will have to assume that he meant that mentally or emotionally, since dawn coming swiftly in February doesn't make all that much sense. But here we are with Theodred, see what he needs us to do. I hope that you have wakened refreshed, Fancy. I doubt not that this will be a long day. I have a few matters left undone, which must be resolved. Then we will ride. Yeah, it definitely means mentally. Well, it's late February, so I guess it's not going to be as short as if it were early February. I will need many men at the side at Isengard, but we must not leave the fort undefended. Who do you have in mind to command the riders that we leave behind? Kata was my first choice. His brother Edwig already spoke to me, desiring a place in the host. Their mother is old, and if our attack on Isengard goes ill, I will not deprive her of both her sons. Come, Piney, we will tell Kunstein to deliver this message. I am sure that he will be happy about that, my prince. For Theodred, may fortune smile upon you. If it does not, we will make it our own fortune. Kunstein, is everything all right? What are you looking for? Oh, my prince! Oh, it's nothing. I misplaced one of my bracers, that's all. It'll turn up, I'm sure. I need you to cross the east bank and with a message for Kata. Tell him that he is to remain here with his men and to hold the fort against whatever may come. You want him to stay here? I will tell him, but he's not going to like it. What else is new? Kata is a man of Rohan and will understand what is needed of him. I won't advance through the front gate of victory while leaving a postern gate open to the enemy. Someone must stay to help the ford in the event that I have misjudged Saruman's mind. You should go with Kunstein to deliver my words, Piney. He is untested by battle, and the men see him still as a green boy, which is probably why they're pulling pranks on him. Kata may be less bristly towards my esquire if you were there as well. I need a word with Othelard before we go. He's not pleased as the quality of the spears that we have, but it is too late to make more. They will just have to suffice. Always a problem. Othelard, where are you? And tell me why these spears are unsatisfactory. Okay, well, shall we cross? I hope you don't mind getting your feet a little wet, Piney. Kata is on the east bank of the river, and the stones may be treacherous. Well, tell you something. You're going to have a poor mariner who doesn't like getting their feet literally wet. Yes. This way. You have been to some battles? Yes. Oh, of course you have. May I ask you a question? You've come a long way from your homeland, Fancy, and you have seen a great deal of danger. These battles in which you have fought, when you were embroiled in the thick of them, were you frightened? I can't ask this of the men. They will just think that I'm a coward. But well, I'm already frightened, and we have not even begun the march. Well, one thing for sure. Usually, you're more frightened before the battle than during it. So, don't take being frightened right now to be a bad sign. Well, I will be with Theodred, and he has never known fear. I could not bear to bring shame upon the family of my prince. Oh, thank you for listening, friend. I will follow your example and not give in to these doubts. All right. Kata, are you there? Hey, it looks like he's here. You are to remain here with your men to hold the ford. It is the will of the prince. I should not be left behind. My place is at the front of the column with my prince. I will do as I am commanded, but I wish it were not necessary. My men will hold the fort against whatever comes, as my prince desires. But I think we wait here uselessly, while our brothers and our friends ride in battle against the armies of Saruman. I understand the need for it, but I chafe at that need, and do not want to sit here in idleness while my prince rides into danger. Well, sorry about that. Gather to me, men of Rohan. Nias act like the sub-commander. We have our orders, my friends, my brothers. Our prince rides forth to see the enemy with his own eyes. He leaves the defense of the home and his people in the hands of those that he trusts, into our hands. Yeah, that's the commander. Spin it so that sounds like the men are being honored. I did not tell the prince that Kata will not be happy about staying here. I did tell him. You heard me tell that. I am going to stay here for a few minutes and see if I can find the missing bracer. You should cross the ford again and tell the prince that the fort of Isen will be defended while we are away. All right. That's good to hear. Well, back to Theodred. We have delivered the message. All is ready then. Kana will hold the east bank of the ford with the men at his command, and the rest of us will ride north to Isengard. The Arid will follow my lead, and Grimbold will dismount and command the foot as a separate unit if the terrain of the road warrants it. Athelard will call to mark for the archers. It will be some hours before we are in sight of Isengard. It is best that we get started. Well, it is time to get started. We have made good time so far. It is a pleasant morning for a ride, Pine Sea. If it stays thus, we will be at Isengard by midday and have brought Saruman to heel not long after. Let us catch up with the prince and get a good view of the road ahead. Okay. Ha! Okay. We get going. Good. Bit on the start and stop side. Yeah, maybe I should have chosen a horse that knows how to trot. My prince, what is the word from ahead? We will know soon. I send Hilthrid on ahead to scout the road. We are nearly there, Piney. I can smell the stench of Isengard even from here. Oh, and I can see the pink of Orthok. Look, he returns! Prince Theodred! Yeah. There are orcs and half-orcs outside the walls, but their numbers are not great. Well, we have taken the wizard unawares. Perhaps don't celebrate yet, Hildred. The battle is still unfought. The news lightens my heart, but we must not forget that Saruman is devious. This strike will remind him that we are not to be lightly set aside, and that he is not immune from attack. Any more than that is more than I expect. The dawn has passed. It will be midday when we move into the next stage of my plan. Ready yourself for what comes next, Fine Sea. And we will do that in the next episode of River and Sea.